It is simply terrific to see all of you here today, friends of the school, alumni, students, staff, faculty, and others. It's simply terrific. And there is much to celebrate. We've ushered in a new era with a new dean for the School of Public Affairs, with new hopes and aspirations. And to accomplish that is just simply essential that we have friends of the school, alumni, be part of those efforts. And so today we want to acknowledge your presence, the help that you will give us over these next few years as we re-envision what the School of Public Affairs will be for the next decade to come. Today, though, we are proud to announce our Masters in Public Policy alumni of the year, who is Celeste Drake. And she is not here today, but Celeste earned her joint degree in Law and Public Policy in 2002. And this award goes to distinguished alumni for their generosity in university and community service, excellence in professional achievement, and distinction in public service. And Celeste is an exemplar in all these three dimensions. During her time here, she was consistently on top of her class in the MPP program. Upon graduation, Celeste received the MPP Student of the Year Award for her overall academic excellence, leadership, and public service. And Celeste distinguished herself not here, but also in the law school, where she won the Best Individual Oral Advocate, as in addition to many other awards. But these are only a few of the many awards and honors that she received during her graduate and law degree programs here at UCLA. After serving as a judicial clerk for the Honorable David Thompson, Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, Celeste headed for Capitol Hill and served as legislative counsel for Congressman Lloyd Doggett, and currently as legislative director for Congressman Linda Sanchez. And we did do our homework, and we contacted both Congressperson Doggett and Sanchez, and we asked for some information and support since we would be giving her this award. We didn't think that we would receive anything, and lo and behold, 2 days later, received faxes from both Congressmen Doggett and Congresswoman Sanchez, who spoke very glowingly of her. The role of legislative director is extremely critical in formulating and enacting public policy. Congressional representatives and senators receive most of the visibility, but their success is inextricably dependent and linked to their legislative staff. And I know this firsthand, having just come back from Capitol Hill speaking to Senator Jeb Webb's staff in my efforts to influence the overhaul of the criminal justice policy. Those staff are really the ones that do much of the policy heavy lifting. But Senator Doggett speaks glowingly of Celeste's contribution to his legislative agenda and credits her with a fundamental role in establishing the Border Health Caucus. He also commends her efforts on environmental justice, particularly in securing environmental remediation of a chemical plant in a low-income neighborhood in Texas. Congresswoman Sanchez considers Celeste Drake, quote unquote, an indispensable part of her legislative efforts. She sent us an exhaustive list of bills and legislation that Celeste Drake shepherded through the legislative process. And there's a number of them, and I won't list them for sake of time. Celeste is a quintessential example of policymaking at its finest. One of Celeste's mentors at the law school, Professor Stuart Beagle, describes Celeste as having, quote unquote, always a strong sense of social justice. This has been the defining trait and driving force of Celeste's personal and professional life. Even the brief list of her many accomplishments reflects her zealous commitment to ensuring equity for the disenfranchised. In addition to these professional accomplishments, Celeste still finds time to volunteer in community service, provide leadership in professional organizations, and is very active with both the law school and public policy alumni. She has boundless energy and is tireless in all her endeavors. And I promised that I would say this, manages to have fun. And rumor has it that she is the best partner to have at trivia night at Fado's Irish Pub in DC. And I don't know if anybody's been there, but you know what a place that is to party. So she has a balanced life. We are honored to have Celeste Drake among our alumni ranks and congratulate her wholeheartedly on this distinguished award. And on behalf of Celeste, Maciek Kolajczak, our graduate student advisor, will accept it. Thank you, Maciek, for doing so.
On behalf of Celeste, I'd like to thank the members of the Academy and her producers, Mr. and Mrs. Drake. And I'm sure she'll be thrilled when she gets the videotape of this ceremony, and the letters were just amazing. So Celeste, here's to you. Thank you. You've been terrific, and we look forward to your future successes.